What up, what up, what up? Evie Unleashed, and I'm hanging out with IYLA, my cowbell. It's a party in here. Whenever I have guests, it's a party in here. Welcome to Miami's
Thank
Party
you.
6. What's up, IYLA?
What's up? I'm so happy to be here with you
I'm
today.
happy to meet you. I saw your video earlier. I was like, this girl is grown. She's on the bed with no clothes on.
Oh my goodness.
And
Oh
I
my
see her,
goodness.
and
I'm
she looks
grown.
so petite. She's like, I was like, you look so grown. She's like, I feel grown.
I'm like, at least I feel grown.
Is IYLA your real name or is that your stage name?
It's my stage name. So my real name is Isabella. And I'm Irish and Italian. So that's like my Italian
That's a
side.
good mix. Okay.
And so Isabella is my real name. But IYLA, I kind of actually came up with it. I found it online. And I kind of
That is
wanted...
a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted something to go by that could kind of represent me in music, and I found it while I was working on my project, and it means moonlight, and we're always in the studio at
It
night.
really does
And
mean something?
it means moonlight in Hindi. And so I just was like, as soon as I found all of that out, I was like, this is the name. Like, this is
Was
what
it
I want.
someone else's name or just something you came across?
No, I think I was just looking at names and meanings of things, and that was
Yeah,
one of
there's
them.
a big. I'm big into like names and meanings and stuff like
Me
that.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Me
So
too.
Moonlight, and you were in the studio
Yes.
working on music.
Yes.
Okay. It is definitely a beautiful name. So
Thank
tell us a
you.
little bit about you. Welcome to 305. Have you ever been
Thank
to
you.
Miami?
No, this is my very
What?
first time.
Okay. Are you like dying of heat?
I kind of am. The heat is okay. The humidity is a whole new
Okay,
thing.
but it turns up the heat. That's the thing.
Yes.
Everybody says that. Like the
Yes.
hotness is not the problem. It's the hotness with the gooiness,
It's
right?
yes, it's like a big hug at all times,
That's a
which
good
is
description.
quite interesting. I'm from LA,
Oh, so
born
it's
and raised
dry.
in Los Angeles, so
What?
it's so
Okay,
dry.
okay.
Like
I'm
it's the
originally
opposite.
From Los Angeles.
You
so
are?
I understand. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
Dope.
I can have you noticed how the heat here differently messes with your hair? Have you had that
Yes.
experience yet?
Mhm.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
no straightening of my hair going on.
Okay,
I'll
she
say
gets
that.
it. She gets it. So you were talking about how your name describes you
Yes.
as an artist.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit about how you do see yourself as an artist and what you want people to see when they hear the word or the name IYLA.
Okay, so I really want you, when you hear my name or you listen to my music, I want you to feel like whoever you are, that you're beautiful, that you're worthy of greatness, that you can do anything you want to do. I think a lot of my EP, Warren Raindrops, talks a lot about love, right? And the journey of love. But I think it's also about the journey of love with myself, like my journey. Mm-hmm. It's not always about the relationship. And a lot of it is. Lyrically, I wrote a lot about my own personal relationships in my life, but it's about my journey, and that's what I want people to feel. I want people to feel like, oh, I connect to you, and that we're the same and that we all go through the same stuff, even though we
Right?
feel so different,
Why is that? Like, we're all seriously going through the same thing.
I know.
But we feel like we're isolated. Like, is anybody like dying right
I
now?
know.
Like, a breakup is so hard. And
I
it's
know.
just like, why do we have to go through that? Like,
Even
why?
between men and women, like we think we're so different. But I think we really, at the core, we're experiencing the same stuff. We might just show it in different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When did you start writing about your feelings? Which turned?
Ooh, I actually started writing when I was maybe like 3-4 years ago. I was always like a singer. Like that was my thing. I was like, I'm just a vocalist. I don't want to write. I think I'm
why
such
would
a...
you feel like that? I never heard that before.
I think because I'm an introvert and I'm shy naturally, and I was like, I don't want to tell my
I
feelings.
know, because it's really like people don't get it. It's like your emotions.
Yes.
Like you're
It's like
telling
my
people
diary.
your business, right?
Right.
Exactly.
And
You're
so
like,
it's just like, I don't know, for me, I just was like, I don't want to do this. This is out of my comfort zone. I'm just going to sing. Someone else do it, And then my producer, Cadis, who I've worked with for the last 4 years, he was like, you have to tell your story. Like, you're not going to be able to emote the same way if you're not telling your story.
true.
I was like, fine. And then, like, with my EP, I wrote on every song. Like, it's my story. And I think now I can't imagine going back and not writing. Like, now
it's not
that's
even
all
you
I
anymore.
do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so crazy. Like, it's I was a little bit, like, forced into it. Like, you have to do this. Like, be strong, be open. But you know what? Like, people connect to open. People connect to
yes,
real.
yes.
And now there's no going back. Like, I can't do anything but be me.
Gotcha.
You know?
So do you find yourself when you're writing your music and you're talking about your life that maybe there's this one person you're really relating to a little bit more, or one person that you're like, oh my God, why do I keep like having all these emotions about this guy that I'm totally over?
I think so. I think a lot of writing for me comes after the fact, like after a breakup, right? And so like one of my songs, Shampoo, I wrote that song a year after or more after a breakup was over.
Were you healed at that time already?
I think I was, but I think the song finished that. I think I needed, like, the song was almost like closure. And I think it's how I get my expression out. It's, you know what I mean? It's almost like a release.
Gotcha. I know when I first saw the name Shampoo, and I'm like, okay, what's the song gonna be?
Yeah.
And then I see you, like I was talking about earlier in the interview, you ain't got no clothes on, you got pills on the bed.
Yes.
Something relationship wise is going down.
Yes.
And it's kind of a little bit like deep and darkish.
It is.
So tell me about Shampoo.
So Shampoo was really important for me to do a video that made you think and made you talk. I think we're in a time where mental health awareness is better. Like, people are more comfortable with talking about what we're really going through, not being like, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Good.
Yeah, the cliche, like, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then you go in the bathroom, no, I'm not good. I
Yeah,
need some tissue.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And no one does that. But I think we're getting there. And I think I just want to encourage that even more. I want you to watch the video and then call your best friend, call your mom, call your brother, like whoever it is, and be like, how are you really feeling? What are you really going through? Because the song is all about not being seen, not being heard, hoping they'll see you after the breakup. They'll see that shampoo you left in their shower. But I think the video takes it even deeper, you know, into suicide and mental health awareness. And
that's the thing. I mean, you know, everybody is talking about it now. It's more of an open thing. But I don't really think that a lot of people think of relationships and how that mentally affects
Completely.
you. Yeah, you think of people like you get heartbroken, but you know, I've even read things where like they say that being heartbroken psychologically and mentally does something to your brain. It's almost like an addiction.
Completely.
So the fact that you put those two together is so true. And you see people going through things and like, oh, they'll get over it. But sometimes they really are struggling. And it's
Exactly.
like you need someone that, like you said, the best friend, the mom, the whoever.
You
or
do.
You need that outlet, because when you're stuck to yourself in your little bubble, it can become a really bad thing. Do you have any advice for someone that may be going through something?
yeah, I would say, you know, from everyone's story is different, right? Everyone's struggle is different. But I think it's kind of like what we said earlier. We've all been through stuff. If you're an adult in 2019, you've been through something.
Right.
And I think the fear of that someone won't understand you is what stops us. And so I would say reach out. Even if it's someone you don't know. At the end of my video, I have the suicide hotline number, because it's there. Like, you can make the choice on your own, but sometimes it takes a village to get through stuff. And even if you think your mom won't hear you, or she'll judge you, or you think that your best friend is this and says this about you and whatever, it's like, they'll be there. Someone will be there. I'll be there. Hit me up in my
Right.
DMs. I will be there.
Right?
It's happened.
And you know what the thing is, that music is very healing too, because it goes to show, okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only crazy one. I'm
Yes.
not the only one going through this. So that does connect with people
Yeah.
and your audience. So how can your fans or people that haven't heard about you that want to become your fan get closer to you? Because obviously you answer your DMs.
I do. I do. I always say, so my Instagram is at IYLA, IYLA. All my socials are just my name. So it's pretty easy to find me if you can spell IYLA. And so basically, I love to just connect. Like, if you're in my DMs, if you're in my comments, like, I just think it's so cool that people support me. So I always
Yeah.
just want to like hit you up and support you right back. And you can find my music on all streaming platforms. War and Raindrops is my EP. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out, Isla. I will
Thank
remember
you.
your name. I might steal that name. If I decide to one day have another kid, Isla's the name. I
Do
like
it.
That. Thanks for coming to the MIA. And as our boss man, Mijo, said, we're going into a new building, which will be dope. So next time you come through, make sure you come say what's up, all right?
Please have me. I would love to come back.
Thank you, boo.
You go and sleep when I'm